Alright, what's up everybody? So, today's video is going to be the second video inside of this, I guess we'll call it like a web app, Python web app series. There's going to be one more video after this, hopefully to show you guys how to actually get this web app styled and then hosted. This is the app right now in its current state. Again, this is the video, or this is the book that I am kind of getting all this stuff from, Python Crash Course. I got that right off Amazon for like 25 bucks. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well if you guys want to check it out. It's a great book. Hopefully the author of the book doesn't mind me sharing some of the information from it. Also, if you guys are new here, please subscribe, hit that like button. It really helps me out. Trying to work my way to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So every subscriber really helps at this point. You have this kind of welcome page. I need to fix this typo. Keeps driving me crazy. But anyway, you have a couple different links up here. You got learning logs here, which brings you to the home page. Topics will bring you to the topics. Obviously, depending on who's logged in, which this is just a test user that I created the other day, you'll have topics that the user created. If I log out, actually over here, you can register if you're a new user, or you can log in. If I log in as Porkchop, which was my original super user that I created, there are topics here that you can see: chess, rock climbing, and gaming. You can click on one of the topics and you can see entries. You can add new entries. You can also edit your entries. And then obviously you can go back and go to different topics. So that is the gist of this. And obviously, again, you can log out and you can create a new user account. So that is what we did up until this point. If you guys didn't catch the first part of this video series and you don't want to go through the lengthy process of following the first one to get to this point, I'll have a link to my GitHub where you can basically pull the part 1 repository and use it. The only thing I would caution is that if you use my repository, don't try to host it on the actual internet, because all the security features of that are going to be basically compromised because I have that source code just out there on my GitHub. I'm actually probably going to recreate this program kind of from scratch before I go and host it, or maybe I'll just host this one briefly just to show you guys how it's done, and then I'll take everything down and delete it. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. You guys are pretty much caught up, so we'll get into the actual video. I will try to add in, like I did with the previous video, any kind of any errors that I make. I'll try to catch them in the video as I edit it, and just leave you guys like large text right there on the screen that'll tell you kind of what to do so that you don't have the same errors. And then I did quite a bit of troubleshooting on this one because I made a lot of different errors throughout. So I might keep that troubleshooting in there and kind of consolidate it all at the end and make a chapter of the video just troubleshooting if you guys are interested in how I found all the errors. And that way, you know, if you want to see it, you can see it. If you don't, you can just skip over that chapter. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Right, what's up everybody? So moving along into chapter 19 to talk about creating user accounts, or an app for user accounts. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a form called, we're going to create a Python file called forms, and we're going to create that inside of the same directory as models.py. So let's actually just create a new file, and then I can save it to save as, and we will just go to that learning logs folder. Sorry, pull out of the way here. So learning logs, you can see models is here, so this is where I want to put this, and we're just going to call this forms.py, and then we're going to create our first kind of form template. I'll try to move this over here so I can actually see what I'm doing. I guess to give you guys a little idea of what we're trying to do here. Um, Apparently, when you create or when a user of a web application or website um, inputs any data, it usually needs to go in as a form, which is why we're creating these form um, this form uh, file, and we're going to be creating basically a couple different forms that are going to inherit things from the models that we already have. Um, and it's not really going to look like they're submitting a form. It's just that this is kind of the format that it has to be in, so that they can um, submit or create new topics and new topics and new entries, and those, when they submit those, it'll be in, I guess, a form, even though for the most part it's just going to look like they're adding, entries onto the site like anything else. All right, so first we define a class called topic form, which inherits from forms.modelForm. We build, and then after that, we're going to build a form from the topic model and include only the text fields. Um, and then pretty much the labels at the bottom tells Django not to generate a label for the text field. So it's not going to have a label, I guess. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new topic URL. So for that one, we're going to have to go ahead and open up our URL. Yeah, we'll have to open up our URL form. Just open file. I'm already in the directory I kind of want. So yeah, learning logs, URLs. This is where we want to be. And again, it looks like we're just going to be adding another path. And this will be a page for creating a new topic. All right, so that'll be our URL for our new topics form page, I guess. All right, then we're going to have to go in and create the new topic view function. So just like all the other URLs, we created a view. This is going to be inside of that views .py file, so we'll have to open up that one. I believe it's this one here. So yeah, we got our different views. So I guess this new topic function needs to handle two different situations: initial request for the new topic page, which in which case it should show a blank form, and the processing of any data submitted in the form. After data from a submitted form is processed, it needs to redirect the user back to the topics page. So that's what we are going to try to code out right here. We're going to add a few things here at the top. So we're going to add, looks like redirect at the top here. And then below this, we're going to import another, we're going to create another import. This forms here. So we're going to import our forms and then do this redirect, which I'm assuming is something we kind of need, like they said, to redirect the person back to the original form page or topics page, sorry. So now we will go ahead and do our definition here for new topic. Oh, damn it. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. Oh. That's another thing I gotta try to keep track of. It's like I gotta watch this screen over here. Because I'm only showing you guys the top part, so it's all zoomed in. I'm trying to start doing that. Alright, but yeah, sorry, we did define new topic request, blah blah. And then I'm just gonna start adding the I'm gonna add in the notes that they actually have here. Just so you guys have that same clarity. Whoops. Alright. Let me scroll up a little bit there. You guys can see everything. Alright, so that's pretty much everything we're gonna do in the views. Go ahead through here and hit save on everything. Make sure it all saves. So now we're going to go ahead and create our new view or our new topic HTML template, which again for that we got to open up another file, which is going to be our templates. So right here, actually, sorry, we're going to be creating a new file. We're going to save it in that directory I just showed. Yes, right here. Okay, so this will be our new topic.html. So make sure I got the name right. They did do name, yeah, new topic, not topics. All right, so we can save that. And then again, this one is going to be very similar to all the other ones, where it's going to extend from our original template. We have our HTML templates. That base HTML is basically our template for all of our HTML pages. So we are going to basically take it from there. We have our first block of content that's going to fall within this. And then it looks like we're just going to do some paragraph tags here. And then below that, this is something new, so I'll kind of I'll read through basically what this form action is doing once I'm finished here. It looks similar to, I would say, creating the URL for just kind of like we did before, but it's a little different. Oops. Bear with me here. I just want to make sure I don't mess this up. I've had so many different issues with all these different all these different tags. All right, so that looks correct. I think that's right. So then below that, we're just gonna go ahead and put in and again I'll explain kind of like what this is at the end when I read through it. I am honestly not 100% sure myself. Not that familiar with HTML. Cool, looks like we're creating a button. There we go. All right, so that'll be our form, and then we have a button to submit the form, and that's pretty much the only thing going inside of our block of content. All right, so we'll save that. Yeah, now we can kind of go back through. So that form tag, we're defining an HTML form. The action argument takes the tells the browser where to send the data submitted in the form. In this case, we send it back to the view function, new topic. The method argument tells the browser to submit the data as a post request. So Django uses a template tag CSRF token to prevent attackers from using the form to gain unauthorized access to the server. This kind of attack is called a cross-site request form or forgery. And then the form dot as underscore p. We display the form. Here we see how simple Django can make certain tasks, such as displaying a form. We only need to include the template variable form.as underscore p for Django to create all the fields necessary to display the form automatically. The as underscore p modifier tells Django to render all the form elements in paragraph format as a simple way to display the form neatly. Django doesn't create a submit button for forms, so we defined one at the bottom here, which is just button name submit. So now we need to go and link the new topic page. So in order to do that, we got to go to topics.html. We're going, yeah, topics. All right, so here's our topic.html file. I think you guys can see everything. There's a little bit over here, but you guys don't have to worry about that. We are going to just add one more thing underneath this part here. We're going to add another reference tag. So A, and then inside of this, you're going to do URL, learning logs, new topic. Oops. Oh my goodness. All right. Believe that is correct. And then we're just going to add a new topic. Yeah, there we go. So I think that'll be our link to click to add a new topic. That'll bring us to our form, hopefully. So we're going to add another, basically we're going to add another form to forms. We're going to create another class in here. And we're going to also import entries as well as topics, because this second form is going to basically inherit stuff from entries. So yeah, we'll just go down below here and we will create our next class. I will scroll up a bit so you guys don't lose sight of anything. I'm assuming this process is going to be pretty similar to what we just did. Looks like the only thing different on this one is going to be this widget thing. I'm assuming this is creating kind of like setting up how the entries are going to look, I assume. So that is our class for the forms. Now we're going to jump over and create the URL. So just go into URLs, we're going to create another path. This one obviously going to be a page for adding entries. Let me scroll up here a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. All right, so that looks pretty good. I think that's everything we need there. All right, now we create the view. So we're gonna go over here into our views. And I think we're just gonna be defining a new view. Also, we want to import one more thing. So we want to import, obviously, entry forms now. Entry form. Then we can go down and define our new view. So we're going to define a new entry. That one has two parameters we're passing it, topic ID and the request. So we know that entry goes with that topic. All right, so that's going to tell it probably to grab the topic we want. And again, this is similar to the other one where it's going to check to see if this is actually a post or if we're going to be displaying an empty form. Scroll up here a little bit for you guys. This looks like it's just going to redirect us back to the topics page after we do our entry. I'm going to scroll up just a little bit more here. And now it looks like we're going to do one more thing down here. All right. So I think that's all we have to do inside of the views. That should be everything we need. Now we're going to go on to the actual HTML template. So we're going to have to create a new file for that. We will save this file in our templates. This one is going to be new entry. So new entry, HTML. And again, this one is going to extend from our base HTML page. All right, now we're going to do our whole URL. All right, so first, our first paragraph will be that whole link there. And then we'll go down, create another paragraph. Right, I think that is going to take care of the whole form section. And now below that, we're just going to do a few other things. Again, these are very similar to what we did before, so I'm not going to read through everything that I read through before. Our add entry button, and that is the end of our form. And then we can end our block content. All right, so we'll save that. I think that's looking pretty good. Now we just got to go and create another link inside of our topic HTML. So All right, so this is inside of topic, not topics. So it looks like right below entries, we're doing something here. Oops. So we're going to create another paragraph right below this. And this is where we're going to put that tag. Man, I keep accidentally hitting my Windows key. It's really annoying. All right. So we got that. Oh my God. New entry. Oh, wait a second. That's supposed to be just like that. All right. Topic.id. All right. All that's inside my anchor tag. Entry. Close out that tag. And then I just need to close my paragraph tag. That is it for that. Alright, so we placed a link to add entries just before showing entries, because adding a new entry will be the most common action on this page. So user can now add new topics as many entries as they want for each topic. So now we can try out the new entry page by adding a few entries to some of the topics. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a run real quick and see what it looks like. Alright, so I'm in learning log, and then I think LLEMD. I think I did the wrong, slashes again. Alright, there we go. Now it's activated. Perfect. So really, oh my God, misspelt Python right at the beginning. Alright, so I'll try this again. Python manage.py, make migrations, learning logs. No changes detected. Perfect. So now we can go Python manage.py, migrate. Alright, looks fine. So now Python manage.py, run server. This will be our server. Go ahead and Control C. We'll grab that. There it is. Now it works. Just a refresh. Man, stupid little mistakes like that are so annoying. Alright, so there we do. We have a new topic. So I don't know what you guys want to put in here. Maybe like gaming. Cool. So now we got gaming. Can add a new entry. I don't know what to put here. Gaming is fun. That's absolutely nothing to do with gaming, but alright, cool. Yeah, so now we can add new entries and we can add new topics. We have gaming as a topic now, all this other good stuff. Awesome. Looking good. So we're going to go ahead and modify that. URLs. This one is in learning logs, yeah. Alright. So I guess we're just going to add another path down here. Sorry, guys. Scroll up here a little bit. Yeah, so we just basically put in page for editing and an entry, and then we have this path here that we're putting in. All right, so that'll be our path. Next, we're going to create the view. So we will go to views. And for this one, I think we're just going to import a few other things. So for models, we're going to import entries as well. Where'd it go? Yeah, just entry. So models is now going to import topic and entry. And then we're going to go ahead down here and we're just going to define another function or class or whatever you want to call it. It's not a class, it's a function. So we'll define the edit entry. Again, we'll use request and entry ID as parameters so that we know which entry we are trying to edit. All right, so entry.objects.get will do the ID of that ID that is passed in. Scroll up a little bit before I disappear. All right. If else post instance equals entry data equals request dot post. Then, oh, whoops, this is inside of the cell statement. If form is valid, then we're going to save the form. Make sure I don't misspell return this time. a rat. And then at the bottom here, couple last lines of code. All right, so that is it for that one. Again, I'll make sure to try to save all these. So we did the view. Now we're going to go on to edit entry.html. That is going to be a new file that we have to create. So we'll just create a new file and we'll go ahead and save as. This file is going to be in our templates. We will call it edit entry HTML. I'm assuming this one is going to actually pull in all the information that we had in our entry. So now we can go ahead and do that. It's going to be extends learning logs base.html. All right, I think that's good. Let's close up that. Now I can create another paragraph tag. Now we got our form. Sorry if you guys can't really see this part over here, but post is the last thing. And just post and then make sure you put the caret. Yeah, post and then just make sure you have the caret. That's for that. And now we're going to go ahead and do CSRF. Make sure I put the underscore this time. Token. Just throw our button in here. That'll be our save changes button. Close up our form. We can end our block content. Make sure that I actually do everything I need to for this one. Alright, so that should be everything we need for editing. Hopefully. Topic.html, now we just need a link. So now we need to include a link to edit entry page for each entry on the topics page. So in topic over here, we are going to create right below this one here, it looks like. Oh wait, oh. Where are we doing this? So there's a line break here. Yeah, right here. So we're going to go ahead and do it right there. Make this link over here. We'll have our reference link right here. So that should give us our link. So now if we go back to our page here and we refresh. What's up, everybody? So it's the next day. I was pretty much right on target with where I ended the last video. This topic.entry.topic, there was an S here. I said topics instead of topic. That's what was giving me the error. Got rid of that S, and then just ran the whole, did basically all the same commands I have over here to activate everything and to get back to my file, activate that. And to get back to my directory, activate that file. I did migrate again just in case, and then I ran my server, and then obviously you can see that now everything is working the way that we want it to. You can edit an entry now, you can add new entries, you can go to the topics and you can add a new topic now. Yeah, so now we are going to go ahead and move on with everything. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Actually, real quick, I'm going to pause the video, and I think I'm going to move my microphone over to this side because I'm always looking at my second monitor. I think it just would probably make more sense to have the microphone over here. All right, cool. I think that's going to work out a lot better, and the microphone's actually a little bit more out of my way now, so perfect. Okay. So now that we got that, we are going to move on to setting up user accounts. So we're going to create a user's app. So for that, we're going to go into our command prompt window over here, and we're going to use that start app command again. All right, I might just have to hit Control C. Yeah. All right, I just have to use Control C. I don't know if it actually did that. I'm gonna double check real quick just to see if it actually gave me a new users app already. Oh yeah, users. All right. Cool. All right, so that it did take that command. It just, for some reason didn't show it, I guess, until I pressed Control C to stop the whole running of the server. All right. So we do that, and then it says 1S. I think that was, if I remember correctly, that was for Mac or something. There's a different command they want you to use for Windows. Yeah, so 1S is for Mac, and dir is for Windows. And dir, again, is basically just going to show you the directory. So that's what they want you to do whenever. Sorry, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. So whenever they want you to actually be able to see the directory that you just created, you put dir, or I guess if you're on Mac or Linux or I don't know, whatever 1S is for. I'm assuming it's Mac. They never specify. It's really frustrating. And then it wants me basically just to go ahead and look at users. So again, it has pretty much, it looks like it has everything. It looks like it has everything we need. So that is fine. It wants me to restructure users, I guess, by doing this command here. Scroll up so you guys can actually see what's going on. tb.sq, there we go, sqlit3. Learning logs. All right. How do you want to open this file? Always use this app to open file. I don't know what that is or why that happened. Not sure why I tried to open it. All right. It's a little confused by the way they have this set up. I don't know if this db sqlite3 command really did what I wanted it to do. Hmm. Hmm. Was I supposed to do all this together? Oops. Learning. Users, and then I'm gonna basically do the exact same commands I did above So I know this is going to be off screen for you guys, but it's going to be exactly what's up on the line above, the underscore initial.py admin, all of that. I don't know why it just opens up this ridiculously long file of nonsense. I really don't think that I don't think that this command here is doing what the book thinks it's doing. I don't know. Either way, let's assume that things are set up the way we want it, and let's just move on to adding users to settings. So we're going to go into settings, and in my apps underneath learning logs, we're going to add users. Oops. Doesn't look like I have users open. I think learning logs settings, that's the one I want. My apps. We are going to add users. All right, so now we have users in there. Now we're going to add the URL. We're going to save this one as URLs inside of our learning log user folder. Okay. So URL, urls.py. Right. All right, there's definitely a URLs page that I am missing. Learning logs, is it this one? URLs, yeah, this one. All right, so the URL, this is so confusing. The URLs inside of learning log is the one we want to add a path to real quick. So we're going to do path. This is going to be users include users.urls. All right. Yeah, so we wanted to add that into that URL. Now we can go back to our users URL page that we just created. And we will go ahead and write some stuff inside here. All right, so we're going to import path and include from the Django.urls. Then we can specify our app name. It's going to be users. Our URL patterns will be everything here inside these brackets, similar to the other one. I guess this is just going to be like our default URL, and then I think we're going to move on to a login. We're going to create like a login HTML file. Okay, so we're going to add a few more files into our directories here. We are looking for our users directory. So we're in learning log, users, and then inside of here, we're going to create a new folder. And this folder is going to be called templates. And then inside of templates, we are going to be creating a folder. So inside of this one, we're going to be creating a folder called registration. All right, and then inside this registration folder that we just created, that is where we're going to go ahead and create our new users HTML file. So we'll go ahead and just do a new file, and we will save this one inside of our learning log, users, templates, registration, and then we're going to call this one login HTML. All right. So now we have our login HTML. And we're going to go ahead and create some stuff inside of here. Again, this one looks like it's just going to extend from that same base HTML that we have. All right, so I'm guessing obviously this is going to throw an error if their password and username doesn't match, and then it'll display that for them so that they know that that happened. And again, a lot of this is similar to the other forms that we created. Just scroll up here a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright, so that finishes up our form, and then the last thing down here is just ending the block of content. Okay. We'll just save that. I think that's good. Now we're going to go to our base HTML and create a link, I guess, that will allow them to, I think log in. So it doesn't look like I have that one open. I'm going to close some of these actually. Like a lot of these weren't saved anyway, so probably a good idea to close some of these out. All right, let's just go ahead over here. Oops, actually I think learning logs, that's the one here. Templates, logs, base HTML. Oh, whoops. Didn't want to open it with that. Well, that is open it with Sublime. Okay, there we go. So that's our base HTML. So now we're going to just do another dash, and we're going to create a whole nother link here. href. Trying to see if anything really changed here. Okay, hold on, never mind. Jump the gun on that one. Jump the gun on that one. So we're just going to add a dash, and then add this, and put in, it looks like an if form dot errors. Oh man. If user dot is authenticated. If the user is authenticated, we'll do hello, and then user dot user name. Else here, it looks like we're going to give them a link. Like we're going to link back to the user login page. And login. And our if statement. In Django's authentication system, every template has a user variable available, which always has an is authenticated attribute set. The attribute is true if the user is logged in and false if they aren't. This attribute allows you to display one message to authenticated users and another to unauthenticated users. Here we display a greeting to users currently logged in. Can personalize the greeting, blah, blah, blah. We display a link to the login page for those who have not been authenticated. Using the login page, we've already set up a user account, so let's log in to see if the page works. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to the admin site. If you're still logged in as an admin, look for a log out link in the header and click it. When you're logged out, then we go back to the login page. You'll see a login page similar to the one shown. Enter the username and password you set up earlier, and you should be brought back to the index page. The header on the page should display a greeting personalized to your username. Alright, so let's just hope that I remember my username. Let's try this again. Change directories. And then need to activate my virtual environment. And I need to, actually I think I'll just do that whole migrate thing one more time. Right, now we can do run the server. Copy. Alright, try this again. There's the login. So I go here. I think that's what I use as a name. I'm not even sure now. Alright, sorry about that. I had a little brain fart. Forgot my password for a second. But yeah, now it has that login page. You can click login. Then I'll say hello, whatever your username is. Mine's Porkchop. And then you can basically go back to doing whatever you wanted to do. So yeah, now it's working. We can log in. So adding a logout link to the base HTML. We're going to go ahead and do that now. So go back to our Sublime editor here. We already have base HTML open. So now right below the whole hello users name thing, we're going to go ahead and add a logout link. Oh my goodness. All right. All right, get this right at one point. Okay, I think that's good for that. And just gonna say log out. Log out. All right, so we got to log in, we got to log out. Save that. Now I could probably refresh this, and there's a logout button. Very cool. All right, then logged out.html, the logout confirmation page. So now we got to go ahead and create a logged out HTML page. We're just going to create a new file. Save that file. And we're going to save this one inside of templates registration. We got to go back to users. So we go to learning log, users, templates, registration. This is where we want to save this. And this is going to be called logged out.html. Okay. So again, same deal here. Extends learning log slash base.html. Content, and then we'll just do a paragraph tag here. Alright, that's it. Short and sweet. So we'll save that. That is basically all we need for our logout page. So now I think that's pretty much it. I think now we could probably go ahead, refresh this, and hit log out, and it should bring us to this page here. You've been logged out. Thank you for visiting. If I actually spelt my username right. There we go. Alright. Alright, so now we can move on to registration page. So following code provides URL patterns for registration page. Again, in user/urls.py, we're going to import some stuff over there. So go back over to there, go to, looks like I'm going to have to open it. URLs, there we go. Alright, so inside of here, we're going to add one more import. This import is just going to do from import views, and then we're going to go down below this path here and go ahead and do registration page. Okay, so that's that. Now we go to our views and create a register function. So for this, I think we're going into, are we doing the views inside of the users, or are we doing add the following code to the view, user/view? All right, yeah, we got a lot of code to add here. All right, a lot of stuff. So we're gonna add a few more imports first. So we have render. We're also gonna add in redirect. All right. Did I do all that correct? I didn't make any typos. No, I mean, we'll find out later if I made typos because it won't work. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and define our register function. Do register. Okay. Definitely don't want that whole to be a comment. God damn it. Had caps on. Yeah, scroll up here a little bit before I lose you guys. Says context at there at the end. Okay, so that's everything we're going to add into that. Now the register template, we got to create the HTML, the register HTML template. So now we're going to go ahead and create, we got to save this in our login template, registration, login.html. So create a template for the registration page, which will be similar to the login page. Be sure to save it in the same directory as the login HTML. All right, so we have the login HTML right here. Let's go ahead and create a new file. Save this file inside of our registration page here next to login HTML. This one is just going to be register.html. All right, so register.html. Again, everything extends our base HTML page. Whoa. Whoa. All right, that's the form. Again, same thing here. Not sure why I did that. Alright, I know this is going off screen a bit, but I will show you guys exactly what's going on in a second. There's really not much left to it. Let me just kill the zoom for a second. So basically all you're doing is just index, make sure there's quotes, and then you end the tag. So those are inputs, and then that is pretty much the end of the form and the end of this file. And block. Make sure I save that. It's saved, so now we have a method to register people. We're going to add one more thing to our base HTML. This is going to go inside of that else statement. Alright, so we added that. It's all done. Allowing users to own their data. So we're going to do some other stuff to allow allow users to own their data and restrict access with @login required. Restrict access to topics page. So first, let's go ahead and go to views, and this is going to be the login learning logs / views. So I'm just going to actually go to that file because I don't want to mess this up. Learning logs, views. All right, so there's a lot here. Yeah, so in this one, we're going to add some more imports here at the top. So from Django trip.auth. Login fired. All right, I'm assuming this import is going to be something that's going to just allow us to restrict certain things. So now right before topics, it looks like it's going to have me add @login _ fired. The topics is now going to have that required. And now we're going to go into my settings, and in my settings, we're going to do login _ URL equals users login. So do I have settings open? No. All right. Add the following at the very end of settings. Okay, so we're basically creating this. All right. So that is it. We are done. All right, so now let's see what's next. Now we're going to go to views again, and we're going to have to add the login required to pretty much every view except index. So views, where's that views I just had open? Really? Alright, so we are just going to add this basically to everything except index. edit entry, new topic, topics. Yeah, we just didn't do it to index. So we're gonna save that. All those are there. Modifying the topic model. So now we got to go into the actual models.py file right here. And we are going to add in some other stuff at the top here. All right, so we'll add in that user. Then we're going to go to the topic right here. And where is this going exactly? Right under date. All right, so right here, we're going to add an owner. Models.foreign key user on delete models.cascade. All right. All right, so that's in there now. Identifying existing users. So this looks like we can just kind of do that Python shell, and we can basically pull up all the users that we have, and it'll show us the users. I don't know if I'm really gonna do that. I don't really care that much. All right, so it wants us to migrate the database. Restrict topics access to appropriate users. All right, so now inside our view, we're gonna add one more thing to our topics. So right here, where it says topics object ordered content topics. All right, so it looks like we're going to adjust what this equals. So where it says topics, we are going to show the topics. We're going to go topics. Oops. Topic dot objects dot filter owner dot request dot user order by date added. Okay. All right, so I think that's it. I think that's just gonna, again, kind of show like the owners first. Okay. Now protecting users' topics. We're really close. There's like 2 more pages and we're done. So inside of views, we're still in views. We're going to import a few more things here. I might as well just keep all these. Well, whatever I can do here. All right, so this import is going to be from Django again. This is going to be Django.http import http 404. And then inside of topics, we are going to add a few other things here. Okay, so now we're going to add something inside of topic, not topics. And this is going to go, I think, right below topic. Yeah, right below topic, in between topic and entries. We are going to do so this is just going to make sure that only the user that created the topic can actually use or modify it, I guess, or add entries to it. All right, I guess that's all we need there. Save that. Now we are going to create some more stuff. We're gonna have a few more things to edit entry. So in edit entry, it looks like we want to go right below topic here. So right here, we're going to do if topic.owner is not equal to request user. Let me scroll up here a little bit for you guys. And then we're going to raise that same thing we just imported. All right, and then I guess inside of topic, we're going to add one more thing. So let's go up to topic. Get topic right here. Oh, sorry, new topic. So right inside of this else statement, inside of our new topic, else, we're going to go down into this if statement. Before we actually save it, you're going to say new topic equals form.save. So basically I create a new topic and it's form. We save it, the form, but we don't commit it. And then we create, or basically just make sure that the owner here is the one currently signed in, and then we save it after that. All right. So, all right. So, real quick, there was something that I forgot earlier in the video. I mentioned it actually. I said that they wanted me to do some migrations. So at the very end of all this, I realized that the program wasn't really functioning right, that I had to do a bunch of troubleshooting because of all the errors that I pointed out during the video. So I'm going to show you a section of that troubleshooting, basically that was the migration portion of it, because you guys will need to do that migration. There's a few options inside of there. So you're going to have to do that in order for your program to work correctly. So sorry that it kind of jumped around a little bit, but that's what this is. One thing I did not do right away right off the bat was migrate. I forgot to do the actual migration, so I'm just going to record this and add it in. It is impossible to add a non-null field owner to topic without specifying a default. This is because the database needs something to populate existing rows. Please select a fix. I'm just going to go with option 1, which is provide a one-off default now. Will be set on all existing rows with a null value from this column. Let's do that. Please enter the default value as please enter the default value as valid Python. So let's see if I can do that. Oops, I don't know if you guys saw that. Basically inside of, I messed up and I went into the actual topic owner.py, and I just changed what the default was, which was a time zone, to an actual number. Now let's see if I can do my migration. Alright, yeah, that worked. File migrations, admin, author, blah, 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 blah. Alright, that worked. Alright, so now I think if I go and let me just scroll up a little bit. I think I can do Python manage py server. Grab it. All right, so yeah, at this point, basically you guys can just go ahead and copy this URL, Control C, and then just go ahead and pop that in, and you should be able to go right into the web app here. You can click on register now, and you should be able to enter in a username, password confirmation, hit register, and it'll create a new user, and then you can sign in with that user. And now if you go to topics, obviously it's going to ask you for your username and password, and you can start doing all that. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you were able to follow along with it. I did my best during the editing process to kind of consolidate everything and to show you guys where the errors were as they happened, so you don't have to do all the troubleshooting I did. Hopefully you guys are able to follow it okay. Let me know in the comment if you got this far. If you watched the whole video, thank you so much. Please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Leave some comments. Give me any kind of feedback you want, or requests for videos in the future. Like I've said, I have one more video after this to hopefully style and host this web app, and then we'll be moving on to some other projects. That's all I got for today, guys. Thank you guys again.